You're looking into the Logan incident, eh? Dreadful stuff. Quite displeased to see things turn out the way they did. Not to mention the fallout since. But it can't be helped. To be blunt, if Howlett had stayed out of the ruins we all know are too dangerous to explore, he'd still be alive. Yes, I made the decision to put Howlett under quarantine. Yes, it did enrage Logan and drive him to madness. But I did what was best for the town, and I'd do it again if I had to. It's not a pleasant tale, just like the state of our world, unfortunately.
Howdy there. Any news to report on the water tower? Goodness, nowhere ever did you find this. You know, you don't need to be sneaking around, acting all suspicious if all you're after is information. Yes, this makes sense. Although I must admit, this shows a level of organization from Logan I can't say I was aware he might be capable of. No doubt you started to put things together since your arrival, but perhaps you'd best hear the tale in its entirety to dispel any misconceptions you might have about the whole ordeal. Not too long before you started living in Sandrock, a great tragedy struck this town. Howlett, the monster hunter, and his son Logan, with whom you are already quite familiar with, ran into some trouble. Howlett, when diving in some ruins, explicitly blocked off by the Civil Corps due to an abundance of unknown and dangerous substances. Sure enough, he became contaminated with something bizarre. Logan reacted rather wildly after Pastor Miguel quarantined his father inside the temple and refused to let Logan come in contact with him due to fears of contamination. He couldn't believe his father would be so careless as to come in contact with dangerous Age of Corruption concoctions. One night during the quarantine, Logan attacked the temple with bombs. I assume it was to free his father from the quarantine, but whatever the case, Logan botched the operation and parts of the temple collapsed. Us church folk were all outside, but Logan's father was still in there where we'd left him, and when we found him down there, he was already gone. Logan blamed us church folk for what happened, and now he seems bent on some kind of revenge. And he'd sooner take down the whole town if it means getting to us, I reckon. Howdy there. Any news to report on the water tower? Well, of course, I was there at the scene of it all, as were most of us. I came out after the explosion, but by the time I knew what was going on, Logan was long gone. I appreciate your concern on the matter, but I fear there's not much we can do but trust in the acumen of our Civil Corps to bring Logan to justice. Without hurting him too much, I hope. Try not to get discouraged. There are brighter days ahead, I'm sure of it.
Hello there! What stroke of luck has brought you my way? Oh boy, it seems like Secret Supplier has been revealed. Yes. I told Mian that those recipes were company secrets, which was true. Only Haru and myself are privy to such knowledge. What? I was the only one left around here who knew how to make that stuff. I'm supposed to just give away my recipes like that? Oh no, I've got to pay the bills too, you know? It's really so unpleasant what happened with Haru. Not only because I consider him a friend of mine, but also because of that great mind of his. He was always coming up with inventions and such. We had a really good deal. All the products he showed me how to make, I put up in my shop and we split the earnings. 50-50. I've even put aside what he'd be making. You know, if he ever comes back, whatever would a bright and unassuming fellow be doing with a barbarian like Logan anyway? I say there must be blackmail involved. Haru would never turn against us on a dime like this. Well, friend, now that you know how to make the stuff, care to not spread it around too much? Hello there! What stroke of luck has brought you my way? That night? When Logan attacked the temple? I'm afraid I didn't see anything. I was just at home going through my inventory. I found out about all the commotion later, just like everyone else. I think it's great that you're looking into things. Haru can't be the villain they're making him out to be. He just can't be. I wish you luck in your investigations. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Oh, hey there. Here for the ceremony, huh? Well, this is it. I paid an arm and a leg getting advertising all the way out to Atara. And this is the turnout. Logan. Why couldn't he have blown up the water tower next week? Or better yet, not at all? Well, on the bright side, since there's no one here, there's no one to see how miserable of a failure this is. Thanks for coming out to show your support. I'm sure you've still got plenty to do after the attack. It means a lot. This ain't the end of the world, though. Maybe once the Civil Corps finally catch that no-good-nick, I'll paint the sleds a different color and rebrand the whole thing or something. I even had this gift specially picked out for my first customer, and I guess my first customer is you now, huh? I guess technically Burgess was here first, but his beliefs wouldn't allow him to accept a relic. Here you go. Oh, speaking of Burgess, he wanted to talk to you. He feels responsible for getting the ball rolling on this thing, I guess. I mean, this is nobody's fault but Logan's, but I couldn't convince him otherwise. Catch you later. We'll get him next time.
Hey there. Gosh, real shame about all this. It seems like this whole entertainment thing blew up in our faces, and it's all my fault. If I just hadn't bothered with that darn survey. Well, I suppose one could blame Logan, as his antics did scare everyone away from the ceremony, but oh shucks, let's call it 50-50. What's more, I realized that my survey, which was intended to support the need for giving people in town a rest, actually ended up putting you builders back to work. Well, I'm real sorry that things turned out like this. Foresight is not your strong suit. Miguel always says that about me. If it means anything, I did want to tell you that I think you did a really great job on the sand sled thing, even if nobody showed up. All the stuff you've been doing for Sandrock, well, a lot of people appreciate it. We're all rooting for you. So, I saved up some money and got you a week-long pass to ride on Katori's sand sled game as many times as you want. I got one for Mian, too, since you guys have been working so hard lately. Well, have fun. Be careful, those sleds can get real speedy.
No answer? No?
You did what?
I did what I had to do.
What you did was impulsive. And you put our friend in danger. I was coming up with a plan.
All right, I reckon when you put it that way, I did what I had to do in order to get things done in a time frame that I could find satisfactory. Which is basically the same thing. Look, here they are now. Everything went fine, right? Well, you didn't get in trouble, did ya?
Regardless, Elsie, you pushed our friend to do something out of their comfort zone. I think you owed the builder an apology.
Aw, shucks. I'm sorry. Sorry you're such a weenie.
Well, if you're safe, I guess there's no point in getting hung up on what's already happened. Can you guys just promise me that you'll be more careful in the future?
Ain't y'all ever heard of all's well that ends well? Fortune favors the bold. Stupid is as stupid does. I thought y'all were into book learning. Oh, all right, fine. We promise. With that being said, spill the beans. What'd you find out?
I see.
Wow. So, what does it all mean?
I have no idea.
What? Come on, you said talking to everyone would help us solve the case.
Elsie could really do with a little less backseat detectiving right now.
I'm sorry, I'm just all riled up.
I think the best thing we can do for now is just wait until we have something else to go on. Thanks for doing all you did. Your summary on what you learned today was incisive and insightful.
Yeah, you went out there and hit the streets like a real hard-boiled bad egg. In fact, that gives me an idea. Tomorrow, I'm gonna give you a surprise. No, not one of thems. A real surprise. You just better ready. I'm off.
Might want to double check your windows are locked tonight. Nothing more for us to do now. Better just get back to it. See ya!